Let's go shotgun a beer.
Yeah.
Foreplay presented by Barstool Sports. We are live from Streamsong. We've got our very good friend Chris Trottie here on the show, joining us once again. Excited to get into a lot of stuff, especially those tuna nachos when we get out of here.
Oh.
How many of those are we going to order?
At least 3.
At least 4.
Wow.
It's the biggest plate of nachos you've ever seen with the most tuna. I know that they're doing well here at Streamsong. I know that it's a very lucrative business is these golf resort industries, but they're putting too much tuna on those things. I gotta have some sort of quality control with these. I mean, maybe they make the change after tonight once we order them, but it's the most tuna you've ever seen on a nacho. I felt like I was stealing.
The chips are really good. Oh. The sauce is really good. Trottie, it's been great hanging out with you. I wanted to say that.
I just think before we get into this, the seating arrangement is important for tonight in the tuna nachos because I don't know if Riggs and I had the best seat last time that tuna nachos was going around that table. Riggs, we got hurt a little bit.
But here's the thing. We're going to order enough where it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
I think every duo is going to have a whole thing of nachos in front of them.
Yeah.
I potentially might get one for my meal.
Trottie, and I was squeezed out by Fasoli too.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't even get a sniff of those nachos. And I heard you guys were all talking to each other, whispering. I heard moaning about them. Yeah. And me and Trottie were down there looking at each other like we got nothing.
And I just want to loop back there before we move on from this. I did recognize the question. Like being on this trip with you boys, this is obviously my second big one. First one was that awesome trip we had in Scotland.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Everyone behind the camera, in front of the camera. Thank you very much. This operation, for those of you out there, is legit. These boys are great, and I love what you do, and it's awesome to be here. Apologies a little bit about we won't say anymore. You know what I'm talking about. Today's performances on a golf course. No. We had a lovely time. We had a lovely time.
Trottie, we're kicking around ideas in the beginning of the year saying, like, what do we want to do? And it was fun to, we had the idea. Only time we've ever done content with you has been very, like, by the book, where it's like, this is going to be the club you're going to be fit into, and this is the type of stuff that you're going to do. Obviously, you do it in your own way, but like for us, it's like, let's get Trottie out there.
And is this why the idea for the first?
Maybe let's get a couple beers in them. Let's see what Trottie can do when the pressure's put on.
That was a fun video.
Dude, you've done so great with all of this. It's like it's exactly what the idea we had. It's coming out perfectly.
I really enjoyed yesterday.
I've never seen someone take to shotgunning beers after their first shotgun ever more than you. To the point where you did your first shotgun ever. Francis showed you how to do it. You did an incredible job, better than 90% of people. And then you looked up at me before Frankie even hit again, and you said, if this one goes well, I'm doing another one.
Shotgunning, that's an American thing. It's not across the pond. You guys don't do shotguns?
No. I mean, they might do nowadays in college, but when I was doing that, it was
shotgunning.
No, we did it. You know what the Brits
What did you guys do?
They do tons of vodka Red Bull. And it's a student drink. It's cheap, and you just get absolutely annihilated.
Is the drink through the shoe thing a rugby thing?
It came in through Formula One, through Mark Webber. Shoey. It's an Aussie thing that came into the Euros, got into it. The rugby boys got into it. Rugby are massive drinkers, massive. It's insane how much they drink. But the kids, and when you go out in the UK, it's all red. And now it's like I was saying WKD. I was saying that to Francis. He's never had it before. It's like Iron Brew vodka. You know, when we were in Scotland, and they do blue WKDs. I mean, these things are pretty Alka-Pops. They're pretty disgusting.
What did I say? I said, Trottie, we didn't try that. What is it called? Iron Brew.
Iron Brew.
And
then I asked Francis, because he was stood right next to us, have you had Iron Brew? He said, yeah. I said, have you had WKD? Ooh. And it's this orange, like, alcohol. You rip them when you're a kid.
I said, Trottie, how come you didn't have us have that? And you said, better off. He probably would have killed us.
Something like that. Iron Brew is an acquired taste, but we dropped the ball there. We should have had Iron Brew.
Cars.com is a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car. They're celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Up to 50,000 cars are added every day.
So many cars. Every day?
To Cars.com.
We've been talking about Cars.com for a couple weeks, maybe even months at this point. I never heard that part. Every day, 50,000 cars are added every single day.
Think about how big that database is.
Oh my
cars.
gosh.
Somebody takes their car, throws it on Cars.com, and then you, as the consumer, can just scroll through all of these thousands and thousands and thousands,
reviews and trims and years and models and makes and colors and sizes. It's endless amounts of options. A car is a massive decision, a massive purchase. Take it seriously.
Huge part of your family.
Yep.
You're going to put your kiddos back there.
Yep.
Maybe your dog, maybe a cat. maybe you just drive around by yourself if you're single. But the point is, it'll be a huge part of your life, so you should take it seriously. Cars.com, they've been doing it for 25 years. You can shop over 2 million cars for 2 million possibilities on Cars.com. Pulled up that website many times. It's so easy to scroll through. I think the one time I said I just typed Chevy into my area code, my zip code in Arizona, and there were like 5,500 options.
So I'm trying to do the math. If there's 50,000 added every day and there's only 2 million, and there's 2 million on there, not only, there's 2 million on there, that means every 40 days, it's just like replenishing itself. That's how many are getting purchased off of them and put back on.
What is this, Goodwill Hunting? Nice work.
I have, it's all on my
I
calculator.
was impressed. Oh, you did it on the calculator. I was like, oh my goodness.
Every 40 days, they're replenishing these things. That's crazy.
That's really well done. Very well done. Up to 50,000 cars are added daily to Cars.com. That's true. Find your next possibility on Cars.com. Where to next? So we did our second iteration of reverse shotgun mulligans yesterday. Is what we filmed on Streamsong Black. I'm never quite sure how the resort feels about us doing it, as they're taking us in. We're doing this travel series. I will say it delivers incredible stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this video is going to come out next week. Is that what we're thinking? Yeah. Brendan's shaking his head yes with like a fuck me in the background of his brain. But
No, I remember saying on the last pod that I was happy to be caught up. And
I know we're happy, but the way, knowing how that video turned out definitely wasn't in your plans to have that thing out next week. It's a long video.
No, whatever we filmed first was definitely in the plans to come out next week. But
okay.
What I want to add is anyone who's concerned about the rules of reverse shotgun or the strategy, just stay in with Riggs and I's golf cart, because Riggs, bless him, explained the strategy and the rules to me on every single hole.
It's
every
hard.
hole.
It's a little interesting for me because Trottie in the world of golf is always on the knowing end of things, of how things are going to go, what you should do for your process, what's going on with your swing. You need the right club. This is the right shot in this spot, always.
100%.
And then he just couldn't quite grasp
The drinking gambling.
what. Yeah, he's like, so what's going to happen here? And because you like anything, like when you play a card game or you play, a board game, if you play it enough, you kind of start to realize exactly how things are going to unfold.
I couldn't get there.
And he just kept going like.
Sometimes you just miss. It's just a miss. That was a miss for you.
Then we had a moment, and I knew what I had to do.
You did.
Yeah, which we'll save that for the great God, but I knew what we had to do.
You did. You had a huge moment where you're like, I know what to do now.
The problem and the beauty of reverse shotgun mulligans is that no one wants to lose, and there's a way that you can just not lose. And unfortunately for the editors and for all that, like that kind of happened, where it's like, we're not getting off this green until you miss that.
I remember I keep in my head,
That's the
I
thing.
can picture Francis Ellis walking up to the green with 9 beers in his hands, and we drank every single one of them.
Dude,
So
there's 2 ways. There's just 2 ways that you can control the situation. One of them is you just play really good golf and like you're just unavoidable. But the other is you just drink your way to whatever result that you want.
Yeah.
You can always just do that. You will drink until they hit bad shots.
hilarious. Before the round, Trottie comes up to me. He's like, "What are you guys looking for out of this video?" And I was like, "Have fun. You can create some drama out there if there's ways to do it." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "You'll figure out how to create drama."
Yeah.
And you did.
100%.
Yeah.
I was just
you
conscious, like, I got to deliver a decent video. So I'm like,
great.
okay, what do we need?
And it is
That was so
interesting, right?
fun.
Because you film with Grant Horvat and Micah Morris, right? And like they've got their own style, and you film with Bob that they got their own style and good set. And it's like, then you come out here and it is a couple holes here, and you're like, oh, okay, we're in something here.
I guess.
This is just what
You
we're
were
in right
for
now.
it. Honestly, it's new to us too. We were in. Trent Daddy had a lot of pops.
Yeah, I probably had, well, I don't know if I want to say, but I had a lot. I had a ton.
He had done.
Because I was.
We were shit-faced.
I was shit-faced. I remember, so we showered after the round before dinner, and I remember being in the shower thinking, I'm shit-faced. I'm standing here and I'm shit-faced. So, yeah, I mean, I had missed the first one. Was it down the Dominican where you guys did it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd missed that one, and I was excited to do it. And it felt like this time around, we drank way more than you guys drank in the
was a lot.
Dominican.
Significantly more.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what that was. I will say there's you never want one of your beers that you took to your face to go down in vain. And so the minute that you take one on a hole, you're like, okay, we cannot lose this hole.
Right.
Like we've committed to drinking them out of being able to beat us in this hole, and now we just have to keep doing it.
But I think now you're going to make this your thing. I mean, there was a lot of good phrases there that would be great on merch.
Good beer is a good phrase.
Yeah, and
Good
beer in the
beer's a
belly.
great phase.
Beer in the
beer
belly.
in the belly.
A balance that
beer
I
in the
want-
belly has something going.
Yeah,
It does. Beer in belly.
BIB.
Ooh.
Good beer is a good one.
Because it's true. At the worst, even if you're not going to win the hole, you got some beers in their bellies.
Yeah,
And that is a massive advantage, as you guys will see in all the footage. I know we're
we're talking a lot
cock
about it.
teasing you now. But next week you'll see all the footage, which is great. We're back to that, and it's amazing. We're able to talk about things that's relevant. You'll see that there are moments where beers and bellies becomes extremely important.
Yeah, even if you don't win the hole, you are winning the battle.
You're winning.
You're
yeah,
making
you're
those guys
ruining them.
take beers
You're
to their
ruining
belly.
the other team. It was very fun. Shout out to Streamsong for being into it. I know. I mean, a couple of their guys were
We'll find
behind
out, I
us.
guess.
They were following us, like enjoying it. We told a lot of people what was going on, and they were.
Every
they were
person
laughing.
laughs when you tell them, like, what
caddies
we're
were
doing.
great.
Oh.
Honestly, our caddies.
We got Geezy and Steve.
Oh,
Yep.
And
They're
let's just
awesome.
talk about Streamsong. So this is an incredibly unique place. It's up there, in the 10 or whatever resorts that you kind of see pop up, right? If you're in the golf Insta accounts, you're in the golf circles, you talk. Streamsong gets brought up a lot, and it's hard to imagine a place that's in Florida that truly is different than Florida golf. We've all seen Florida golf. It's pretty flat. There's water all over the place. It's well manicured, but that's generally Florida golf. We've all seen it a million times. When you come to this place, which is about an hour and 20 minutes or so from the Tampa airport, I believe, you really can't believe it. And it is an old mining area of, what did they mine here? You might know exactly.
fossils.
Phosphate?
Phosphate.
Fossils.
They found a lot of fossils, though. That's why.
Tons.
That's why there is a
There's
shark.
a megalodon shark in the hallway in the lobby of Streamsong. You look down the first hallway, and there's a huge jaw of a megalodon shark.
This hotel does look like Dune. You said that.
I did say that.
Everything about it. Did you see the little area the guys were smoking cigars when we
Yeah.
were just
Yep.
walking in here? Dune.
Dude.
There's a couple of hangouts, though. We haven't been to the top bar yet.
I've heard.
We have to go there.
We got to go to the
go there.
rooftop
The
bar.
top bar's lovely.
But once you get here and see this area, you kind of realize, oh, we're not in traditional Florida. You're in kind of central Florida. It is kind of in the middle of nowhere. You drive past nothing for like an hour, and then all of a sudden you're here. The terrain here is staggering. The dunes that have been left, because it's all sand-based from them mining and just piling up the sand over years and years, decades, however long it was, the dunes are amazing.
They're mountains.
Today was crazy. Streamsong
about-
Blue was beautiful, incredible.
And there's a river that kind of runs through it. Shout out to Brad Pitt. River that runs through it, and you hit over it a couple times, and then it's not surrounded by just banks. It's these giant mountains of dunes of sand that sort of surround this river, and then you kind of go out from that river for a few holes, and you don't see any water. You see just kind of sand. And the way that they did it, Tom Doak, every single hole that we came up to today, I thought was fucking incredible. So the two golf courses so far, we played Blue today, Tom Doak. We played the Black course yesterday, which is Gil Hance. Very different for a place that's they're right next to each other. Very different. The Black course, huge fairways, huge greens. It all sort of felt like it rolled into each hole, kind of rolled into each other, and it was sandy waste area and fairway all over the place. I thought this was a little bit more defined, which is my style, in terms of you could see this is our hole. This is where you're supposed to hit it. More of a corridor, if you will. Not trees and stuff, but just it was framed by the bunkers and the shape of the hole and whatever. Whereas yesterday was a little bit everything kind of blended into each other.
I think the thing is, if you look at it, though, what they've done well for the two courses we played, they're well positioned for people coming here to have a trip. You know what I mean? You're not going to get, obviously you can, it's golf, but you're not going to get beaten up to the point where you're having a really bad time.
Yeah.
But on the same note, if you don't hit good shots, which people will see, you're going to get punished. And what I like between the two courses we played, the greens are, you're on the same property because they define the Streamsong vibe for sure. Greens run good, but the undulating greens and some fantastic lag putting from Mr. Riggs that we've seen. But you've got some stuff going on here that you're here. The traps are fantastic. Lovely
Really?
bunkering.
Yeah, they are.
Fantastic.
So it's a good level that I think anyone looking to come here, you're not going to leave so deflated that it's too tough. and you're going to be challenged enough, certainly by the 2 courses we played. Now, I've heard the one we got tomorrow is the toughest one. That's what I've heard through the bagmen, and we're going to see how that goes.
I love when you call him bagman. I love that.
Is that our caddies?
Yeah.
Through the bagman?
Yeah.
He's like, he'll be like, hit it up there. You see where the bagman is? Hit it up there.
My
I'm like, that's incredible.
So we had Geezy yesterday and Steve today, and Steve, bless him, comes up to me. This is how conscientious he is. I mean, such a nice guy.
So nice.
And he comes up to me and, look, I don't want to ruin things. We had a couple of bad shots today, and he's like, look, man, if I'm letting you down, and I mean, what a great guy to say that. He doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Of course he's not. He's trying his hardest. You know what I mean? And he's trying to sort of say to me, if I'm giving you bad info, and I was like, Steve, no.
About every 3 or 4 holes, I would say, over the last 2 days, Steve's been caddying for the other team. He's been bagmanning for the other team, and he's walked by me on the tee or on the green, just giving me a fist pump and been like, what a great match.
Yeah.
He just loves
He's very motivating. Actually.
He loves
got a great
it.
attitude.
And he
Yeah.
loves the matches that we're in. Like, he really wants whatever team he's caddying for to win, which is really, really cool.
But on a trip like this, it's important. The caddies, like, that shouldn't be overlooked. And even the guys at Backdrop are into it, friendly. And it's not just with us. I mean, looking with everyone who's here. You know what I mean? And then, obviously, let's shout out to the boy in the front of the coach between the clubhouse and the hotel. That guy's a legend, isn't he? He was sat in that car last night. He's sat in there
The
again.
critter watcher.
Critter
the
Patrol.
critter watcher.
Patrol.
Yeah.
There's
He's a
man
good lad,
that
he
sits-
is.
There's a man.
So there's shuttles that run everywhere.
We got to
shuttle.
get his name.
There's a shuttle, and he's got to be on the podcast. He sits on this shuttle, I think 24/7, and just is on critter patrol. He watches over the driver's shoulder to make sure nothing's running out. Is that a joke?
I don't know, but he spotted a deer last night.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Did he say today that he had his home track? You're going to Sawgrass?
I want to say he made a par on 17
That's
at
what he
Sawgrass,
told you.
if you guys are
I thought
wondering.
he said that.
I heard today that he made a sick par on 17 at
He's
Sawgrass.
incredible.
He is. Yeah, everyone that we've run into has been amazing.
Guys, we don't have to choose between hair growth and our health. Nutrafol's drug-free, whole-body approach promotes hair growth from within. No compromises, just better hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding. Have you guys been to a dermatologist?
I need to get to a dermatologist. I've got some things on my back I want to get checked out. They start to get a little like itchy. You never know. But in terms of hair, no. I've been noticing a little bit of like I'm starting in the corner, starting to peel back a little bit. It's
My
something
brother
that you
used
got
to call those
about.
parking lots. He used to chirp me. He used to
Little
nice parking lots.
Yeah. It's definitely. I have a big forehead. It's feminine, but it's something I'm definitely working on. But Nutrafol sent us some stuff, and I've been taking it. It's been nice because even if you have hair, I got hair that's up there.
You got hair.
It's up there.
It's always had hair at this point, but even though you have hair, it doesn't mean that it's not thinning or going away. Like you got
everybody's is to some
you
degree.
got to attack this thing while you have it, really, or else it's too late. That's the real deal.
It's true.
While many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure their efficacy. I almost said efficiency. Small type, but I didn't. In a clinical study, 84% of men showed improvement in their hair after 6 months taking Nutrafol men's hair growth supplements. That's 84%. Take their hair wellness quiz on Nutrafol.com/min for a personalized hair health plan based on your specific root causes. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/min and enter promo code FORE. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and hairstylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/min, spelled Nutrafol.com/min, and use the promo code FORE.
Dinner last night was phenomenal.
Unreal
We had
dinner.
Francis's birthday dinner, Alex Bush's birthday dinner, and I mean some of the best steak I've ever had. I'm not even
So
kidding.
good.
It was so tasty, so incredible. The sides were great. The appetizers were amazing.
Keep
the
it on the
wedge salad
bus
was
driver a
good.
minute this morning. I'm just thinking, Frankie, sorry to interrupt. I'm going to the range this morning early. Again, read the wrong
Was he
tee
on
time.
there again?
No. It
Okay.
was a girl, And I read the wrong tee time, and I'm thinking, 10:05. So I'm getting to the range at like 9:25. And I get in the bus, and, you look down and you get on your phone, and this girl starts a conversation, and I'm like, okay. And then before you know it, I'm like, okay, cool, we're doing this. So, like, we talked the whole way.
Yeah.
Top bird. And she drove me all the way to the range. And I get to the range, I'm like, I guess they're not, that buttoned up, these lads. No one's on the range. I hit a few balls. I look up again, and I'm like, maybe have I got the wrong time? And I'm there an hour and a half early.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, fair dues.
Were you the only one that hit balls this morning? Did you?
No,
hit balls?
Riggsy
I
got
hit balls.
there. Yeah.
I was down there next to him. I hit some balls.
I wish I did. I didn't.
I'm surprised none of you did. I mean, I
You
kind
don't
of
need to,
expect
you're
Riggs
strong.
I'm on a
Right.
pitch count.
Yeah,
my
fair
back.
dues for you, yeah.
Update.
Struggling, eh?
Yeah, struggling, but it's not getting any worse, and it's also not getting any better. So I'm just sort of in a place where waiting to get back to New York, but it hurts for
No
sure.
painkillers. 'Cause
No
I
painkillers?
I asked you for some today.
You did ask me for some
was
painkillers.
all natural.
Didn't have any, all natural. Just I drank, 15 beers yesterday.
right, that's right.
That helped.
That'll kill a bit of
That helped
pain.
a little bit for sure.
And you weren't sipping those bad boys. They were going down.
No. We were slamming those things, but I think I'm gonna have to get work done on it.
I really felt for you today when, every one of these iconic resorts we go to, you tend to have an episode in one of their more iconic bunkers. Forest Dunes,
That fucked my whole day up.
was bad.
Pacific Dunes, and
Yeah,
you were
you
doing
stumbled.
fine, and then we kind of blew it. I think we gave you bad advice off the tee, and
Well, you
you
egged
ended
him
up,
on to hit that.
maybe we
It was
egged
good
on, yeah.
advice
We were
for the
just-
video because I wanted to do it. Steve, great guy, bagman, was like, "Do not do this," and I was like, "I'm doing it," and I did it.
And then he was all in instantly, though.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I'm all
he
in
was
for it.
like, "Oh yeah, I always wanted to do that." And then I get in that bunker, and I just had one of my moments, and that was uneven ground while swinging. No bueno for my back right
I
now.
mean, me and Frankie were 20 yards from you, and we had to walk 15 yards to be able to see you in that
Yeah,
bunker.
It was a
Fucked
big
you on
bunker.
that
Down
one,
in there
too. You
deep.
didn't have to be in there.
And we felt bad. We did egg you on. It was selfish on our part. We wanted to see you just rip driver up there.
That's fine.
But
To be
I,
honest, though, he got out in 4. I thought it was going to be more. I did thought it was going to be more. I suggested to Frankie, let's sit on the lip and settle in here.
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I thought we were never getting out.
I did too. So not bad.
Thanks. Bunkers suck, and I won't harp on it too much because I talk a lot about it over the years now on this podcast. Just fucking get rid of those.
We were
things.
due for one of those. It's been a while. That was funny.
And I just don't understand. And I know Trottie has been very helpful in a lot of ways because we rode in the same car today, and he's very helpful. But like bunkers, my brain does not understand them. In the way that you didn't understand shotgunning at first and how the game was going to work, that's how I feel about bunkers. There's no consistency, and I don't understand it.
I really felt today in today's game, we had some amazing moments. Like I guess we can say as a playing an ulti shot, me and you.
Yeah,
Like we had some big moments.
for sure.
For sure.
He even says to me at one point, he's like, dude, I got to have you out here. And I'm like, well, there's a couple of obvious things that you're not doing. That if you do this, you're going to be, I think, 8 to 10 shots better.
I know.
Wow.
I
And
know.
it doesn't require talent. It just requires to just think a little.
I'm just not a very good student. I'm not very good.
You were today.
Yeah, you were very
You did
very
great
helpful
today.
Yeah. But
Considering like I was a bit red arrows all over the place,
Yeah.
you did good.
yeah.
We
had
hung
some
in
good-
there
We
today.
did. We had some good moments out there today.
I wanted to get out of you, Trottie, because now you've played, this is the first time in almost 2 years since we've been on like a trip together watching our games.
Yeah.
Trent's the most famously fouled amateur golfer in terms of like trying to break 90 and all that. I want to go through one by one, but Trent's game, he's never broken 90 before. He's been close. People are rooting for him. What's your takeaway from his game?
Strategy. 1,000% strategy. Look, there's not a lot of turn, there's not a lot of mobility, but still with you got to fix the traps as well. Like, because when you're in a trap, you are done. I have noticed that.
Can I ask a serious question? I think I asked this at Tillery one time. Have I ever swung correctly once? You know what I mean? You can answer
Your first
honestly.
tee shot today.
No, but
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
a rip, actually,
I
yeah.
remember looking at Tillery one time when I was down there because it's all. I have no turn. I'm all arms. I blow it out at the bottom. I don't save it up and then I try to gas it out at the bottom. That's my whole MO. Have I ever done it once?
But I think, look, the game.
Correctly?
If we talk properly about the game, like for a minute here, then it's about understanding your performance. And I don't do it. I mean, how hard is this game? Like I have
Fucking impossible.
It's impossible. I have elevated views of my game, and it's not.
And you're a good player and you were struggling and I was like, this game is so hard.
But you need to understand that some of the shots that you go into, your expectations are not high enough. Like, there's a big difference in our personalities, and I love you to death.
Yeah.
But you've got to raise the standard on the bunkers. You've got to raise what is acceptable.
Yeah.
And you maybe got to lose your head a little bit. Like, Frankie's having a ton of success, really doing well, and he gives himself a really hard time. And I think that's why he's improving significantly.
I'm the opposite of a perfectionist.
Yeah. But it hurts you.
Big time.
And then you just like,
throughout my whole life.
Big Steve gives you
like more of a golf lesson than
yeah, but Big Steve gives him a number, and he's just like, yeah, it's good. No, dude. Like, you can't. You've been playing golf now long enough that you know what a number is. Think about this a little bit.
But I'm not consistent enough for the number to even matter.
But you are though, and we saw it on several examples today.
Yeah.
The one being that par 3 down breeze off the right, and you hit a money golf shot.
Yeah.
Which was at the club that, I mean, you remember that hole? We had like 113 to the flag.
Yep.
The number I gave him was 162 to the back. Once he realized he had 162 to go long, his whole life changed.
Which you never,
Number in the back, it helped me a ton. Knowing how far
he
I
just
can
takes
go.
the laser to the stick and then doesn't do anything
And
with
being
it.
in the cart with you yesterday, it was really interesting hearing that all you really cared about was the front and the back.
Definitely.
And you were like, that's what I need. And then we can figure out where the pin is. But if it
Yesterday
is,
I was pin high a lot, and I'm playing with a great putter. That's all I got to do.
Yeah.
Get you pin high, and it'll be close.
Yeah, but that
For
does
you to make.
Just strategically, that is such a good point because we think of flag. We get the number. We think 157. That is just what I'm hitting. And the way you don't even care immediately. You're like, what's the front? What's the back? Ooh, if that's 157 and it's 182 to the back, you're like, I can hit a 163
Having the back
shot.
number like changed my game today. It was incredible.
It is incredible.
I think with a bit of time, 10 shots would come off just by embracing the back of the green.
I think you're right. It definitely helped
I mean
today.
it.
Embracing
I'm like,
the
let's
back of the green.
set the bar.
All right, let's move on. Let's go to somebody else.
So
Let's go to
Frankie, in my opinion, I think you've come on tons. Obviously.
You're trying to make me cry or what?
No, Scotland was an interesting one. I don't know. You weren't feeling great in Scotland. Did you have a bad back in Scotland?
Yeah, I just wasn't like feeling myself there. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was. I didn't feel like my game translated, even though it should have. The ground was hard. I wasn't like
You were
attacking
bitching
the ball.
about the ground, yeah. So if we go through it, you have hit since we've been here maybe 2 shots off the tee that have gone snap hook right, and that's your miss.
Yeah,
But you've only hit 2. And we
Right.
played twice,
right.
so that's good. Really good.
Yeah, it's been
You
feeling good.
pipe and driver,
He's
like
so good off the tee.
Yeah, I'm having to hit mine solid to make sure I'm past you because that would be embarrassing. So, and then if we go from there, you know what you're doing. Like we talked today about driving iron, and you're like, I don't think that's for me, and it might not be for me. You know what your hybrid does. I think you're learning. You quoted something that we did on a trip a while back. So you're listening and you're around all these great people. Travis, obviously, Immelman's close to you. You're listening to him. Your putting kind of sucks a bit. I think you got to get your pace putting.
I think I might be a righty putter.
Yeah, you need to get your pace putting dialed. But that's coming from me. Like I'm
I
struggling
just
with
don't
pace
feel
putting.
comfortable putting. I don't know what it is. It's like I want to.
Why not maybe look at an arm lock? You know
True.
what I mean? Why not look at what I'm doing? Like look at some stuff.
I
Don't
know.
just take it. You got
That's the
tailor-made there
problem.
for you.
The problem is that I just accept. I think we all just accept what our games
Absolutely.
are, and we just like keep moving it.
Which
Like,
is great. I wish I could do
fuck
that
around
because
with
you guys have great fun though in
Yeah.
that. So there's also a great you hit a pitch shot, same hole, the 113 shot that you hit close.
Yeah.
Frankie hit a chip shot. Was that today? Was today? Feels like forever ago. And he hits the shot off a bare lie. Has to
Incredible.
carry it over the down bank. Does it? Chips it on, and it runs on to 12 feet. Of course, he's got the master putsman stood there, so excellent golf shot. Like as in close to tour, if not tour, Corn Ferry standard. Given the lie, given the grain, given the shot, and he just bowls up there, whatever. Oh, that sucks. It's 12 feet by. I'm like, you have no
were all over me
idea.
after that.
You have no idea how
Yeah,
good that
no, I
shot
didn't
was.
know.
You do make a good point that he does demand a lot out of himself, and I think that translates in his game where
Yeah.
he is not happy with shots a lot, and you're like that. You're hitting a lot of unbelievably good shots.
Yeah.
Vortex is new to golf, but not to rangefinders. They're the #1 sport optics company in the world. I've been rocking their Anarch golf rangefinder all week this week. It is stable. It's got the magnet. It gives a little vibration when you put it on the pen. It's got great binoculars like the zoom in. It looks incredibly clear. It features image stabilization, so you keep your view of the pin steady, even when you've been perhaps overserved. This thing's just great.
Yeah, it's
Got
got
a good weight to
It's
it.
got real integrity to it. You get
Yeah.
your hands around it, and you just know that you're gonna get that yardage. Simple as that.
That's right. And it's got accurate, reliable slopes. So you've got all the info you need to pull the right club. That can be incredibly difficult to judge, I feel like, slope. Sometimes you got like a valley between you and the pin, and it looks like it's way downhill, and it's just not. You can also get the VIP warranty, a no BS, unlimited lifetime warranty, no receipt needed. Bachelor parties may get out of hand. Vortex gets it. And their customer service is top notch as well. If you give them a call, you're going to speak to a living, breathing human who golfs as much as you do. This thing really is. It's got great integrity. Like I said, nice weight to it. Just feels good, legitimate. The magnet, it's awesome. Head to shields.com to see the full lineup of Vortex golf rangefinders, and be sure to follow Vortex Golf on all social platforms where you can lie to strangers on the internet. Oh, this is where they tried to get us last time. I'm not going to say that.
Oh.
I'm not going to say
Oh,
that.
they want you to say that you lie about your handicap.
They tried to
It's
Ron
the craziest
Burgundy
ad
again.
read of all time.
Anyways, you can still head to
I think this is the enemy writing this thing.
EELS.com. That's shields.com. and check out their full lineup of Vortex golf rangefinders.
Buy this rangefinder, and I also lie about my head. Just like, what the hell? Some guy just sneaked that in there. Yeah. And
He
my
did.
tiny little nipples
He
went
got me
to
the
France.
first time, and he half got me this time. But no, not on my
no.
watch. Go to shields.com.
And then Riggs' biggest strength, and that absolutely is his confidence in areas of his game. And I cannot, and I say this, and I'm going to continue to say it, I cannot believe the ribbing that he gets in the comments on some videos. I watch it. It's like people love to do that, and they have no idea, and I'll get ribbed for this, they have no idea how strong you are on certain things. Because doing this whole playing for content is actually, and I've dived into it a little bit in the last 6 months, really hard. Really difficult. So we were at the Kingdom the other day, and I loved him for this. I turned up with, I have a training club, shock. I have I get sent loads of, it messes me up. I get sent loads of stuff. And as soon as I got this thing, I was like, I thought about Riggsy. Because I like his energy around a golf course. I like that he wants to be better. I like it. So I'm like, I'm going to give Riggs a go with this. And I took it to him, and it was short game. And he hits one shot with it, not bad. And he goes, that's not for me. I wish I could do that. I can't. If a coach or someone comes up to me and gives me something to try, I will spend the next 30 hours trying to figure out how to please this dumb training aid when I don't need it. Yeah. And by the way, when we finish, I'm hitting it all over the map. And when I take the training aid off or put it down, I'm horrendous. Whereas Riggs was adamant, like, categorically no. And that is what the best players in the world do. They do that. There's a story of John Rahm as a kid, right, in Spain. And he was like 14, playing for the Spanish amateur team. And they go to a training facility. And this is a story I'm getting secondhand. I haven't asked John this. But basically, there was a flag out there, 175, into the breeze or whatever. And he starts flagging it. And the coach puts him on a video and is like, well, look, John, you were And he turns around and looks at the coach and goes... And he left the training. It was a Spanish training thing. And he's like, I'm not doing it. How can you fault? I've gone like flag. No.
Right.
And that's what the best players in the world do. I've been around Jason Day a ton. He does that. Like there's a sensor that you can use that measures your tempo. I have got addicted to this thing to the point where it's like I'm putting in hotel rooms, like addicted to. It doesn't do anything. It just bleeps and tells you what the face angle and what the tempo is. I'm addicted to it like an idiot, right? An idiot. I spoke to Jason Day about it. He goes, yeah, I don't like it. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I don't do that. What do you mean? What do you do then? He goes, I don't know. I was like, well, you're the best putter I've ever seen in my life. Tell me. No. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Why not? He goes, because I'm the best putter in the world. I don't want to talk about it. I was like, okay. I said, well, why can't I do it? Because you suck. Thanks, Jason. Cool.
Yeah.
Good advice.
I can move on. So that, Riggsy, would be the biggest credit for sure. And the putting, boys.
Putting's out of control.
Yeah.
Out of control.
It is.
It's off the charts, Riggs.
crazy.
You have no idea how good it is.
And the only reason I said that about that training club was because, and what I said to you was, I just said, this is the only part of the game that I do well is chipping and putting. And if I lose that, I'll shoot 110. I have to be able to chip and putt it well. I just have to. And so my whole thing, and it just feels like if I'm working on it in a moment where I have someone like you that knows the game and you'd be equally amazing, like instructor, whatever, you help people out. I'm like, I don't want to waste my time on something that I'm pretty good at. I would rather get information on my swing because I can't hit the golf ball.
But as soon as you say it, though, the ability is then to just walk away from that. You know, this whole thought I'd had like 6 weeks ago when I got this thing, I wanted to show this guy. And as soon as he said, I'm like, no, it's done. It's out. Because you're going to ruin the guy's game.
Yeah.
And I wish that coaches had done that with me over the years, and they haven't, and they've persisted. And now, obviously, you get a social following, and so then you just keep going. But I'm such a psychopath. You wouldn't know.
Picture him as like a mad scientist in the basement with all these
It's
contraptions.
so bad. I'm showing you swings. I already texted coach before we even walked off the golf course. I'm showing it to him and the coach on the way back. But then what I do want to ask you, though.
He had lines on
I also
video.
picture him having like
His head's dropping.
He rents garages just to keep all of this stuff in them that his missus doesn't even know about. He's just got all this shit. I feel like you have so much shit.
It's so bad. When I go and practice, I come on a trip like this, I bring launch monitors, I bring all sorts of
Dude,
crap.
I came down this morning and saw him on the range. He's got a ball around his neck. And he's
It's a circus what you bring
It's a
with
joke.
you.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Dude,
I've got to get back to playing the game.
His putting's so good that today we were in a pretty heated match, and I was like, I really wanted to win, and I wanted to play well, and I was on the green in 3. I was sitting 3, and he was on the green sitting 5, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose this hole. I just thought, because my putting's so bad and his putting's so good, I really thought to myself, I'm gonna blow this by. He's gonna one putt. He's gonna make a 6. And there's no chance. I'm either going to lose or I'm either going to tie or I'm somehow going to lose this thing. That's why I think a lot of people, he gets a lot of shit. It's because it probably just doesn't look good. And people just don't like when we shove it down their face. That like we're just constantly putting up golf videos. It doesn't look pretty. But they don't realize, they really don't. It doesn't translate on video. How like when you're playing a match against Riggs, how his putting is so good that it's horrifying to play against.
Yeah.
Regardless of you could dribble the ball from tee box to green, and it's still. I couldn't have hit 3 better shots, and I still wasn't confident.
That was Kisner's thing for a long time. He would just do that to people.
Yeah.
Like in match play, he would just fuck them up on
that's
the greens.
That's a little bit on me too. Like I just need to be better, but
no, it's
you
like
saw it. You're one of the
I
best
think you
putters
two
that
have
we
got-
know.
You two have got the right idea, though, to be gamers. And like you said something to us later in the day, like, let's see what you got. And like I've been away from playing stuff like this for so long that I'm like, oh, you're trying to lock back in. But like you're locking in now. Like you guys want to beat each other.
Yeah, a big
I like
time.
it.
And we're
I
all
like it.
competitive,
to.
and that drives good content too. But we're the same way with our buddy. If I go out on a Saturday with my buddies, we're playing for $1.50, or we're playing for a huge steak dinner. It doesn't matter. You just want to win. You just
We've
wanna
also
beat your
left the
buddies.
world of like golf being for all fun. We play golf for a living now. It's like time for us to all accept that.
Yeah.
Whether it's one way or another. We have fun while we do it, and it's our own way. But like I want to win shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm out here on a fucking Wednesday playing golf in front of hopefully 300, 400,000 people are going to watch this thing. I want to hit some good shots.
Yeah.
It's definitely
What are you,
a
nuts?
transition that. It's definitely a mental transition that I'm going through a little bit now, and you have to get there with it. But just to conclude, I got a question about you.
Yeah.
The 2-iron. Like the 2-iron's out here, and but I mean, how are you rating your 2-iron on this?
The thing
trip?
is,
out of 10.
generally, when I do use it, like if I go on a trip to Bandon or something, almost every hole after they see one round, my caddy hands me that 2-iron. It's like, this thing is awesome. Hit it. I hit it a couple times this week. It didn't hit it well.
Yeah.
So it didn't go good. But what I think is amazing about it for my game generally is like if it's firm out,
Yeah, you can get away
it's a
with it.
weapon because I hit it steep and I hit it high, right, and steep a lot. And the 2-iron almost automatically drives it lower and straight. And so I can just use it a lot and get away with it. I can't hit it high and like land it soft on a green, but in a place like this where I can kind of use my imagination, I can drive it up left on a green, or even if I'm really struggling off the tee, like I can do a lot.
Yeah.
I can hit that thing. It goes 210 yards in the air and can run. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, if I mishit it, you look like an idiot. People are like, why is this guy trying to hit a 2-iron? But the
No, I
reason is
understand.
there's a
Because
lot
you're
of
steep,
like,
yeah.
there's a lot of times where I've truly been like, it's been the weapon of the trip
Yeah.
where I can just hit that thing.
Times
and I
where you
get
never
away
hit
with
your driver, you just hit the 2-iron.
it. Plenty of
But
times.
the
That's-
fact
That
of
was
how
Scotland, wasn't it?
confident he answers that, then it's like, do we look at a driving iron maybe that goes a little higher? Because a rescue, if someone's like that, it might get a little squirrely, and he doesn't want to do that. And then that comes to the only thing that, like, obviously I'm scratching my head doing this because it's like I've fit a lot of great players, and Riggs is probably like the guy I've fit the most who's not on tour and talked to about this. But like I watch him hit balls at the Kingdom, and we got you hitting it good last time.
really good.
and now it's like I come out here again.
Horrible.
There's a couple of big misses. You've persevered with it. You got more confidence. In Scotland, you didn't have any confidence in driving at all. And you put it. So you've kept going with it because I've been watching your mentality. There's been 2 foul balls. That's the right term of that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's it. 2 foul balls.
like that.
And it's just not the speed.
The problem is
you had speed.
The problem is even
no
the good
speed.
ones. After I hit the foul balls, I have a swing where I can just hit it 235 yards in the air and keep it in play. That I kind of go to, but I'm not swinging at it. I'm not fucking hitting it anywhere. I feel like
it's weird. And then you always like move us forward a tee, which is cool. I love it. Let's do it. But I'm like looking at your default. If you could drive it another 8 yards, it would really change.
And at the Kingdom, I can, and you can get in those moments. But it's a mental horror show. It's like you stand over.
There's a camera thing with you.
I know.
I mean, we're like
I
5 years into
in that
this.
space a little bit. I feel
It's become a camera thing. Like we played with Trent at Pebble Beach. We had an unreal match.
Incredible.
I didn't miss a
thing.
fairway. I striped
you
that
were-
driver like dead straight all day.
That's a
couldn't believe it.
process.
Yeah, and
That's a Trent Daddy conversation about strategy before you hit it.
And I want you to know when I stand over that ball with a driver, and the second it's time, I feel so confident. And I've had those comments with you. You were like, "Be Mac Boucher, be like creative and confident. It should be fun to hit the driver. Like it's fun for me to hit putts. I love it. Like I can't wait till I have an 8-footer. I go through the same process. I just feel good. It's fun doing it. I hate having a driver in my hands, and I stand over and I try to trick myself. The second I pull that club back, like I don't think they should ever get to this point with AI where they put your thoughts on a screen because everybody would be in prison. But if they could put my thoughts on the screen and that, everyone would be like, "Oh, that's why you can't drive the ball." It's a nightmare. Like
I mean, this feels like a therapy session. I'm in the same place with certain shots, like short game. I don't love it right now. It's hard to get out of that place. Tee shots, I don't love that right now. Hard to get out of that place. So I can totally relate to you.
Do you ever feel like money is just flying out of your account? You have no idea where it's going. Well, I know it's all of those unwanted subscriptions. Think about it, between streaming services, fitness apps, delivery services, parenting apps. It is endless. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills. This is just a must-have app at this point.
They undersell in these ad reads what Rocket Money, at least what I use it for, and it's like a finance app. Obviously, it cancels subscriptions. That's great. That'll save you a bunch of money. But there is this whole other side of it where it's just like, here's how much you spend a week. Here's how much you spend a month. Here's how much you spend a year. On what? Like, what are you spending on? I use that all the time and just try to shave off here and there. And that is what I really love about the app.
It's also a secondary security of like knowing what's going on in your accounts.
Big time.
You hook it up to your bank account, and it's another notification you're getting after each purchase, or if something like if a big
It's like a large
purchase,
transaction.
if a large
You
transaction.
can set it. So I think I set mine at like whatever, $500 or something.
Yep.
Right, and like it's
Anything
just
gets
that
purchased over
maybe
500.
sometimes I feel like your American Express or whatever doesn't trigger that notification. At least Rocket Money is like, hey, are you sure about this? Like this is the first time we've seen this recurring this recurring payment to this random website, and you're like, oh shit, no, I didn't do that. And then all of a sudden you call your card company and there you go.
And it's nice because they give you, when you plug into the app, they give you like a little Rolodex at the top of like, these are the 3 things that we flagged that we really didn't know what to categorize. Are these legit? And you can say yes, legit, no, not legit, and then just rattle them off. Fine. So it's a really, really good app. It's key. They even try to get you a refund for the last couple of months of wasted money, and will negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill. Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Fore. That's rocketmoney.com/Fore. rocketmoney.com/Fore. And another big part of it with my handicap is alcohol. Like when I drink and you loosen up, like literally, I can just stand over that thing with the driver. You have way less anxiety. You're loosey-goosey, or, and you just swing and hit it way
That's
better.
the other thing about us in the first game we played here. I felt like we had a point there. We got a lot better after we drank quite a lot of alcohol.
You start.
How bad's that?
I was launching drives the more I shotgun. I was hitting up on the ball like moon balls forever.
Strange.
There was one that I
know.
hit towards the end of yesterday's video that I think went like 325 yards.
Yeah.
The one that me and Francis hit down there. I think you were down there with us. We all three of us hit
Hopefully
like
I
absolute bomb. It just chased.
But it's something I like talking about it because I think everybody kind of goes through it for the most part. Like everybody, the game's possible. Most people struggle with it or certain parts of it. And there's plenty of really good golf. Like Kevin Kisner played on tour for a couple of years with like legitimately the chipping yips. And he just like played around them. And it's like, where does that come from? The guy's unreal. So you all kind of get it to some point. But it's embarrassing when you're out there with a driver and it's like you're on camera, people are watching, and you're like, I don't think I can hit this on the planet. And then you don't hit it on the planet. It's like, this fucking sucks.
And then you come out to Florida. Like I spent an hour on the chipping green before you got there today, and I was like, legendary. I'm like, well, where's all this?
I know.
Where is this? Little sandy, horrible, like minging lies. And I'm just like, oh, get the toe up. And I'm like, what's happening here? When someone come and film this?
But yeah, it's just like however you feel over that ball is everything. It just changes who you are. Like today, there was a couple times where I hit one really bad chip, and right before I took the club back, it's almost like my eyes did like a lens change, and like I was focusing on the ball, and then all of a sudden I wasn't, and then I refocused on the ball, and then all I was thinking was like I'm staring at this ball a little bit too much.
Yeah,
I'm really focusing on like how detailed this ball. I could see it in HD, and now I'm like looking at this thing, and I'm like, all right, and I went and I just like bladed it. I thinned it.
And this is like, I don't know if I should say this to you because now it's like, is this good coaching or is it horrific? But so the picks ball, just like you've seen me playing with that last couple of days, I don't usually use that. But when I'm completely toast, I'm picks balling it. And all I'm doing is just looking at one of those pixes. And that's my only thought.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's coming out left, right, if I'm going to hit the fade I'm trying to hit or hit the freaking drop. I have no clue.
Right.
So let's just look at that black pix on top. Let's just focus on that and let's just pray.
Right.
That's what I've been doing a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if that's
You gotta focus
good
on something. I mean, my guy, Dr. Brett McCabe, was like, if you can find something on a golf ball.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking at white.
Picks, I get it. It's a great graphic, but I'm like,
He hated the
do we
donuts.
want donuts?
Well,
It's like,
yeah,
we're going to play
focus
like
on
a
the
donut.
donut.
I mean,
We played all right.
Are we able to
then
talk
didn't.
about that thing that you were that embargoed golf club that might be coming out with the?
I
or
don't.
no?
Well, I don't think we can. No.
Okay. Well,
Although I
it's a little
bought one.
tease.
I bought one out here with me.
It's
and
a little tease.
It's actually served me well today. That was the one I hit into that par 3 at 2:30.
That was insane.
Yeah, I really like it. I got to be honest.
That was the best shot of the week.
Yeah,
I think
I've hit it
I
a
think
few
people are
times.
gonna like that. We should almost have you back on when that club goes live to talk about why that's such a useful club, because I think I'm gonna put that in my bag too.
And I think that's why I was sort of saying, I think it'll be
I thought you were going there.
Yeah,
That's why.
be a really nice addition to the 2.
Yeah.
It'll supersede the 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it in the same spec, and I just think it's gonna help you a hair more without you being, I want to hit this. I think you'll still hit it.
It was really
You
wild.
should hit mine tomorrow.
Okay, I will. When we went to the Kingdom and you were like, I want you to aim, because the Kingdom is kind of wedged in between some roads and traffic and stuff. You're like, I want you to aim at that road on the right with a draw stance, and I want you to sling it. Again, Mac Boucher, you're like, sling this draw. And I would just be able to, because of that, your body figures it out, hit this high, towering, mostly straight ball, but it would draw a little bit. And you're like, no, I want you to sling it. But it was like when I was trying to hit a 50-yard hook, I could hit a 2-yard draw that went 275 in the air and was going 290. And you're like, you're fixed. And then you get on the course and I'm like,
and that's the other thing. Like when I know we take the piss, but when you put down these launch monitors or whatever and you do a practice session, I can tell you now that I realized I hadn't hit a 4-iron in a range session for 4 weeks. And I practiced like 3 or 4 times in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because you're capturing the data for a change. And I'm like, I haven't hit a 4-iron. So, and then you like look at your stats and like, well, now I'm crap from 220. We haven't hit a 4-iron, which is why I think anyone coming out on these trips, if you can play 2 or 3 days on the spin, you figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
really
you've been
do.
playing 2 or 3 years on the spin, you still can't figure out these traps.
No.
Traps is killing you. I've noticed that.
Oh.
For you to break 90,
Yeah.
the traps,
The closest when I
strategy and traps.
honestly, with the closest I've come is like a 92 and a 93, and I was in like 0 traps those days. If I get in a trap, I'm high 90s, mid 100s. The traps fucking kill me.
Yeah.
I hate them. I've strong.
We gotta figure out what we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hard golf course.
Yeah.
We've done a bunch of different style videos already.
I know there was talk about own ball. I mean, I'm hands
Well, the
up
thing
straight
is,
away,
it's
not
like-
own, but I'll do it if we got to do it.
I really liked own ball.
I'm going to be a bit
into-
happier if that's the way we go. I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
if that's what we do.
That's what you got to do.
But I mean, if we go team members, then
The thing is,
all
people
about-
like team.
I feel like your game. I'm impressed with your game actually, and I know it's rusty, and you're like pissed about it.
You
but
hit the ball
like,
so high, and that it's like so
you
amazing.
do hit these high towering sick shots. Your driver, you rip like Frankie. I feel like hits it pretty goddamn far. He's got good speed. You're not the biggest bloke in the world.
You can say it.
You rip the
Me
ball.
and Harry Potter, he was.
You roast the ball. Like
I'm not hitting it as hard as I normally
Or
do.
Harry
I've
from,
lost
like, the
some
second
speed
book
over the
speed
last like
height.
6 months, and I'm trying to figure out why. And it's like brutal. What we noticed, which I liked, it's like I'm in such a technical mindset headspace, which is not great for playing golf. But I was literally, the ball would be on the grooves, and I'd turn to Trent today and be like, "It's good." Like, I knew as soon as it came off the grooves, it was a good shot or not.
Yeah, he did. He would hit it and be like, "That's good," and it would be, because most people when they do that, it's not good.
Yeah.
But when he knows, he knows.
Yeah, which is so you got to be close, right? I mean, I can't be far away from playing
can't
well.
be.
That's
I
what
said
I
it to
mean.
you yesterday. I'm close to a really good round. I just hope it happens on camera because there's a lot of dross right now.
real quick before we get into a little from the gallery, we take little submissions from the people. You guys see the first of all, did Justin Thomas win like the Players Championship and I missed it?
He's been all over New York.
Why is he doing this New York?
He was at a
Colbert.
Knicks game. He was at a Ranger game. He
Yeah.
did Colbert.
Just a general media tour.
I don't know. I
Is
was
it
one
for
of the
full
same
swing
thing.
or something? But
I
guess-
think it was for full.
Is that what it was?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That would make. That would. Make
I think
sense.
I saw one. Maybe I think I saw one tweet. Maybe it was from like they were talking about the Colbert thing.
but why would that be for full swing?
Just I don't know, just promoting
Yeah.
that the show's out.
Because
Maybe
they don't
Netflix
like
just
pay
sent
him,
them
do they?
around.
Maybe they do. I guess.
Maybe
they do.
Netflix asked one of the featured guys, like, does anyone want to go on a media tour to promote the show?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm like expecting him to have like a green jacket at the Rangers
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on?
Stunning.
with
He's
this
been
guy?
everywhere.
But anyways, the beer chug. He was getting roasted for his beer chug at the Rangers game.
Yep.
I
I got a lot of tags in that because everyone's like, now I know what Frankie looks like in a Rangers jersey, which was unfortunate.
Yeah. I actually didn't see the beer chug. Was it bad?
You know,
We'll look it up.
yeah.
Was he making love to that thing like you do
Well,
when you
no,
chug
see,
a
I'm
beer?
not going to throw stones at my brother Justin Thomas. Like, I'm not a good chugger.
No, I
I'm not.
noticed that. Like a lot
if
of
it's
interesting
cold-
noises coming
If it's
out.
cold, I moan, and it's like it's tough. I just got to get through it. If it's a little bit warmer, I can actually chug it.
I'll appreciate him like just muscling through it, but he
At the
just got it all
end-
over himself.
Oh, he spilled a lot. I was gonna
okay,
say I thought
I
he
see it.
did
The
pretty
end.
well.
The end.
Yeah.
The end, he gets all
He
over.
did great until the end.
Yeah, he was.
It's a tough
killing it
spot.
through
You
it.
get put on the
It
MSG.
is.
Fuck, you're in Madison Square Garden.
Listen.
You're on the jumbotron. You gotta do something funny. What are you gonna do? Just like, hi, he's gotta chug the
As
beer.
as you kind of how you're saying, as a guy who chugged a bunch of beers yesterday, I'm not gonna shit on a guy chugging a beer on camera because I'm gonna get shit on in like
Right.
however long it's gonna be.
100%.
And I would rather it that way than him like kind of puss out. He was like, "No, I'm just taking this thing. Like this is going down. This
Tough
is
spot.
getting
He
deleted."
gets it though, doesn't he? Like he's very patriotic. He knows the deal.
Yeah,
he gets it.
He gets what America wants to see there.
Yeah.
So I don't
Is
hate
chugging
him
a
for
beer
that either.
patriotic in your
They're
eyes?
just at the game and you got to see the beer and they put the camera on you. Like, you know what Americans are like. You guys, you have a game of.
There's an undertone there. where-
Yeah,
Hey,
I want to talk
what are
about.
Am-
You
what are
love
Americans
it.
like?
You
Tell
love
me
it.
what Americans
I want
are
to talk
like.
about the Super Bowl. Like I watched that, and I've aged. It took forever. Like, what are you doing in the stadium? So is that
But also
the same?
this
the
year was
real
like the
football.
I feel like this year was like it ended the earliest, didn't it?
They've been
But
kicking-
is that the same? So he's at what? He's at an ice hockey game there, is he?
Mm-hmm.
So is that what they're doing? Now they go to him and they're like, dude, you got to chug this beer, and now we're going to tell everyone to stop on the ice, but we're going to
No, there's a commercial break. You know, it's not going 24/7.
But
I know your soccer
a
just keeps
soccer
running.
game,
Yeah.
football is going, and it's like going.
we have commercial
We don't
breaks
do
because
con-
we
we don't-
believe in capitalism.
Yeah, we also
That's
don't.
what I'm getting at,
Okay.
and that's what I mean. Like, I love America. Let's just label that down.
You chose to live here.
I love it. But guys, if it comes to a
shotgun beers.
sporting event,
Yeah.
sit in your seat,
Peanut butter.
watch the event. You know what I mean? Like I had a
Oh.
They don't have
situation-
running clocks.
Right.
You know,
So
that's
that's
the
like-
problem.
I don't get it.
But
We
that's
keep-
that's like a 3-minute pause in the game, and during that pause, you know, they go
Justin
to.
Thomas has to chug a beer.
No, they don't make him chug it. They just cut to him, and
But then he knows I've got to chug this.
They shoot.
Yeah.
They shoot a little shirt out. People catch it.
Mascots
they got all
running
these
around.
things. They come out. They
It's
clean
better
the
than
ice.
you guys. You guys are like, I think there's 5 minutes on the. We'll tack it on.
I
the end
hate
of this.
that. I don't mean to point at you.
Yeah,
get
no,
angry.
look, they've changed the. I mean, you really get it. That's a whole new podcast. They've changed the way the football goes, and they've got this VAR camera now, and it's all controversy.
But
if
with
you
the extra
actually
time, they changed it.
Yeah, well, that's because the referee now has to check every decision, which probably comes from an American game. It comes from football in America.
Definitely.
Yeah. So now Of course, England's trying to be like America. Shock. They try and do that in everything. Even me. I'm trying to be like an American, hence why I come in.
Can you speak in an American accent?
Shotgun and beers.
Yeah, shotgun and beers with us.
Shotgun a beer.
That was really good.
you go.
That was really good.
But basically, like the Premier League's trying to get like the NFL, so they bring in all this stuff because they can't be doing with all the controversy anymore of the ref making the decision. Well, the ref is part of the game. That's what's meant to happen. The ref is part of the game.
Yeah.
Just like you getting all like antsy. The rules about a drop are nearest point of relief, take a club, use the tee. It's part of the game.
Part of the game.
And he's all getting like, me.
You
It's
took
part of
that
the game.
in the beginning. We were doing it.
Good. I know
There was no.
You kept like leaving these eyes on
It was
me.
the
I
eyes.
like,
Yeah, I
what's
like to
he
give you
doing?
the. I like to give you
Also,
the
it's a
eyes.
competitive match.
I
We
like
like to
to-
send
yeah,
them
yeah.
out. You know, we like to try to be.
Which is why I liked it. I'm like, this boy
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
to
of
win
course.
this.
We
I
create a
want
riff
that.
a little bit. That's like
We were
it's the
talking
juice
about
is
like
going.
a club head difference there, but it was
Well,
fine.
no, but if you looked on the ground,
Here
and
we
we'll
go.
see
See
this
it.
in the content.
Yeah.
There was a good lie or a shit lie, and you were trying to get in the good lie.
I
What's
wasn't
good-
trying to do it.
What's great, and I don't want to pull back the curtain too much, but I'm going to. What's great is you're going to see on the footage from before that when we're driving up, he goes, let's cause a little chaos. Because he knows,
That's right.
because he knows your guys' personalities
That's
are
right.
the guys who want to win. So he's like, let's go just fuck with this drop.
Yeah.
I saw you guys do a big U-turn and came back over.
Yeah,
towards
because
us.
because I was driving, I was like, all right, let's go check out our ball. And Trotty's like, let's go back there for
I
a
said
second.
this can't be any good news. These guys are just coming on over here. There's
I
carts
just
going
knew
the
that
other-
we needed everything to get that
Oh
game
yeah,
as far as we
he's
did.
got so many little tricks.
We
that
did a lot
they're
of stuff. You guys will
so
love it.
funny, so funny. America rules.
Yeah, America is great. All right, let's get into a couple from the galleries. We got some submissions from some listeners out there. From the gallery is brought to you by our great friends at TaylorMade Golf. We're going to shout out the QI10, QI10 Max, and the QI10 LS. TaylorMadeGolf.com. Incredibly important to go get fitted. You've seen videos of us all getting fitted with Trottie, with
What are
Adrian,
you in?
With
I'm
all
in the
great
LS.
folks.
LS.
Talk to us a little bit before we jump into these about what truly makes the new driver, the QI10, that much better, more forgiving, etc.
So you got three different heads, and you're in the QI10, right? Mm-hmm. He's in the LS, and you're in the Max. So
Yep.
this is great. So the Max, straight out the gate, 10,000 moment of inertia. The moment of inertia is measured in this number, and we get beyond 10,000. Now, someone said to me the other day, well, why did it take them so long to get there? Well, they didn't want to sacrifice too much speed. So when you pull the center of gravity, the mass, which, let's not get too deep, but driving a golf ball correctly is about offsetting the mass of the golf ball versus the mass of the driver that gets projected through the loft in the face. So can we understand that? It goes through the loft at a
with
certain
you.
point.
We're with you.
Yeah. So when you tee the ball up, if you can get that combination correct, so you, for example, a little steep, so your projected CG through that golf ball is a little different from someone who's a little shallower. I'm in your camp. We play LS for that reason.
Okay.
He is a little shallower than us. He plays QI10 because he needs a bit more spin than what we need. As a result, his miss is a big hook, which comes in with being a little shallower. If you mistime it, you and I, our miss, we're a little steeper, is to the right.
That's right.
So we set up drivers very differently to him. We do it a little differently shaft-wise because of speed, but we're not that far off, which is probably why I relate to your game quite a bit. I talk to you a lot about it. I would never say to a fitter, you've got to bring your own game in. Definitely not when you're dealing with tour players. Like some fitters on the tour will be like, oh, well, I think this about a shaft. There's no idea. If I'm sat talking to Kevin Kistner, I don't want kids to think that I'm basing a golf shaft on my feeling as a player. No way, because it's just polar opposite worlds. But obviously, in the back of your mind, someone like yourself, I think that's why I relate to it. That's why I understand the 2-iron. Because of the club delivery, where the miss is, you see it, you're a smart guy, you figure it out. But that's why you're in the LS, because of the projection of the CG and the way he delivers the golf club. All things you got to look at. Now, with you struggle to hit the center of the face.
Put a beach ball down there.
Yeah. So the QI10 Max with this deep, which means far away from the face, center of gravity, more carbon in this golf club than ever before. So your ratio of speed off the blade is higher. So it's all about efficiency.
Yeah.
But you can strike, and you treated us to one today that literally came out of like the shaft. It was that far in the heel. It was an absolute peach.
Almost missed it.
Yeah. But
I ended up great.
amazing.
Seriously.
So that's the benefit of the QI10 Max. Now, you can't just base it on, are you a steep player, are you a shallow player? Because we got Nelly Corder playing the QI10 Max.
Yeah.
So
A couple of great players.
you can I tried to dial myself into one. I mean, obviously for me and the way I deliver it, it's probably the last one I'd play. But you know what? Again, being a psycho and having access to TaylorMade Tour Department, I absolutely messed around for a long time to try and get myself into a QI10 Max. And it just floated a bit on me. And the things that you're talking about with ball flight and peak heights and LS just gets there for me. And I know that, but I tried like a mad scientist to get into the QI10 Max. Just be a bit straighter, you know?
There's just
And,
a lot going on up there, huh?
mate, it's
you
horrendous.
Just gotta
It's horrendous. To his point, if you had AI going on with our thoughts, it's horrendous.
People be blown away. They'd be like, it's insane that you're even able to play
take an
this
edible
game.
and just chill.
Yeah.
I know.
So you got 3 different heads, 3 different CGs. Obviously, you have all the carbon. The twist face is a little different. The face is a little different. That top line that you put down that you hear Tiger talking about so much. I saw some cool memes on that when he was talking about the lines and that, you know, basically
Zeroed out and all
yeah, they're things that he and Rory really prioritize is that top line. And, you know, they talk about it in a way that maybe most people out there don't understand, but it's very important to them. And as you become a great player, that becomes really important. So it covers that, and then it covers everything that obviously you 3 is a great demographic. 1 in each head, I think, is a great advert for TaylorMade.
I always have to like say after we do, because we have a lot of ads. We're partnered with TaylorMade.
Yeah.
TaylorMade would say talk about the QI10, and I think a lot of the times because we're doing that each year, people sometimes will be like, "Are you guys just selling us what's on your paper?" Like where they're telling you push this driver. I genuinely wish that like we could shake each person that would say that and like tell them we're actually telling the truth about this. Like this one is legit.
Yeah.
This is where we need that AI. This would tell the truth.
QI10
I agree with that.
QI10
It
is
really
the best
awesome.
driver that's ever been made. I genuinely believe that.
And it's tearing up every level. Every tour, everybody who uses it is winning.
Rory, Scotty, Tommy, Nelly.
I think what you have
Dunlap.
to do as a consumer a little bit here is you have to look in, and I'm trying to be like not sounding like Mr. TaylorMade, which I know is so hard, but I know how hard the tour guys work, having done it for so long. And I think that the red light to me as a consumer, or the green light in this scenario, if you see the best in the game putting this driver in early, because they will and have done, turn around and say, nope, not happening, not doing it. Can't hit the shot I want to hit. But when you see all the names that we could list off, the Nellies, the Scotties, the Tommies, the Rorys, the Scheffler, we already said him, Tiger. When you see these guys throwing that thing in early, then it's
Game over.
You probably need to go out and buy that. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a
Great
real
driver.
deal then.
You
It's a
need
great
to go
driver.
out and buy that.
Yeah. And then we look at you. I know your nemesis a little bit is the driver, but you are hitting a lot of drivers out here.
Yeah.
You're not fearing pulling
No,
the driver.
I hit it. I hit it the whole. I didn't really. I put it away one time. I just went
Yeah.
to 3-wood.
Just go back there and run the tape of Scotland. You were scared to hit driver.
I hit driver on the first tee, and to a point where the caddy said, "This place has been here for 400 years. No one's ever hit the ball there." I hit it in the ocean right.
I
off
should
the
have
first tee.
secretly taken videos at Pebble that day because I want people to believe that day because I was there and it happened.
and it was great. And it was
fairway, right?
no,
Dude,
I striped it. It was
Didn't
so
miss
fun.
a fairway and it was high, towering shots.
I hit one
so
today,
fun.
and I got back into the cart with Riggs, and I said, "That's just the QI10." I hit one so off the toe,
Yeah, you
I
did.
just felt it, and because of all of this inertia, it was a little
Yeah.
draw right down the
Are
middle.
you playing the 5, TP5?
Today, when we
What
do
do you
alternate,
normally play?
I play the X actually, but in
Normally play
alternate
the
shot,
X.
we were playing the 5.
Because you're in the 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the
what
5.
do you
I gotta be honest. Every
You
time I
pulled
get fit,
X
I
out.
forget
I had
what you
X,
guys tell
yeah.
me. So
every time
I
you
get fit, I forget what you guys tell me at the end. I don't remember.
I
if
feel
it's an
like
X
from
or a
watching
5.
the ball flight, you would be 5, and I feel like from playing a bit of golf more with you now, I'd try and push it at X just to give you a bit more yardage.
Yeah, I have no. I kind of switch back and forth
Yeah.
to be honest with you sometimes,
Yeah.
and so like right now for whatever reason the last couple of weeks I've just been hitting my irons lower,
So you
and
went 5.
so the 5's nice
makes
because
sense,
they kind of come in a little softer and whatever. But
Like he maybe needs to go 5, and you need to
but you tell me to go X,
I just-
I'll throw away every TP5 I've ever seen.
Well, I
I'll
think
just
you should
go-
maybe try it and let's see if we can pump a bit more out there off the tee.
I just
Yeah.
look for the donuts.
Yeah, I
donuts.
kinda, but then I pulled a ball out your bag because we needed, and it was an X.
We have to have a real conversation about 790, 770. It doesn't have
Yeah,
to be on
you're
this
at that
podcast.
stage. You're at that stage.
I'm just
You-
playing good golf. Why would I ever switch? I feel so good.
Because you
My
can
my
get-
yardages are so dialed in right now that like I could say like 168, and I know I
made the
know
switch.
that's a 7. I know.
Yeah,
but
I like the 7. I love the 7. I almost would say like I should be in the 790s. He should be in the 7.
I might do a combo, a slow transition. I might
Do you
go
know-
4, 5, 6, 790s.
Yeah, maybe, but then I find you get two different distances. And yeah, you don't want to get into it now, but I have a lot of people ask this question. And a lot of like guys that you play in and member guests or casual golfers, they go for 790. But then I look at where are they mentally. You want to drive yourself on. Like I know he does too, which is why I'd put both of you two in 770.
What am I gaining?
You're gaining control on ball flight, and you're close to getting to the stage where you see a flag and you want to hold it up. It'll be a bit crisper through the turf, and you get the SoCal turf that sometimes can be a bit dormant, a bit tricky. It's easier through that. This, if you get grainy and stuff, it gets through it a bit easier. You know what I mean?
Am I still getting that like nice cushiony pop that I get with that 790 though?
Yeah.
Because I've fallen in love with it. I hit a 7 iron. I feel mentally I can swing 40% and just pop. It's like a baseball bat, like on an inside high fastball. I could just hit up on it. It's like
I have no idea what
right
that means.
out of
but
here.
yeah, I mean, I get it. You like them. I get it.
that's
And
all I
maybe you
played for
stick
4
with it.
years.
But like let's start to
I know.
like where's the next level for Frankie's golf?
I'm a pussy when it comes to it. I got these guys on the Islanders. They're all texting me about TaylorMades, and they buy like the
MCs or whatever.
TWs and the MCs. It's crazy. Just like right off the website,
I
and they're
played-
ripping these things.
Yeah.
We'll go to Fisher's Island. They're shooting 74s. I'm like, why am I still in a 790?
We talked about it today. So I play a bit of golf with this guy who used to play on the tour. He doesn't play championship. I've made a lot of money playing golf. Great player. And he hits loads of club and then hits it really spinny and lands it soft. And you play golf with him and he'll have like 6 iron from 165 and he'll hold this thing up and spin it and then land steep. Tiger's the same, Colin's the same. So you say to me, like, what am I gaining? Well, you're gaining more backspin, which then comes down steeper and you can hit it closer to flags. So certain shots today, that again, I think it was 16, the long hole up the hill. I think you hit 5 iron and you pulled it in the trap. But if that had come down on the green, it was bounding through the back.
Right.
770's not doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? 770's landing a bit softer.
Right.
So now you're getting control.
I see.
Like it's like the 3-wood he hit today.
So we weren't going to talk about it, but let's keep going.
Yeah, we got it. The 3-wood he hit today,
got to.
amazing, right? That was hit perfect. And you could just see as we looked up into the dunes, it was stalling in the wind and it landed so soft.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I'm like, well, that's a proper golf shot. And then I backed it up, proper golf shot.
Great 5 iron.
You did.
But you're not.
What a
some of the
moment that
shots you're
hole was.
hitting,
Wow, I can't
If we're a
remember.
purist, they're just carrying the front and they're running up the green. And it's like, yeah, nice shot, Frankie, well done. But it ain't pure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That pure 770 cocaine.
It ain't pure.
Pure.
That white powder.
It ain't pure.
When he
It's
said
close,
that made me think
but when
of
you
like
start
Narcos.
to get that feel of pure.
I love it. I'm fucking in. I'll come out there.
It's
a long flight, but-
there was wedges at the end of the day today. I'm going to say no more than that. They were good shots.
Those felt
Yeah.
really good.
They were all hit with the correct flight, and I hit 4 of them or 5 of them. I hit 1 with the correct flight, and that's why I
Those-
changed clubs.
That 54 degree, I think I might be able to do the Scotty thing where when I hit it, as it's in the air, I might be able to say 106.
You should test
I
that.
I might be able to do it with that club. I might be able to do it from 65
That
yards
was
to
a good yardage for
110.
you today.
Really good.
That
yard.
worked
You
out
just
nicely.
the problem if we could have stuck out there a bit longer, like he didn't know the distance, but the wind was getting up. But whatever, we suck. It's all
Yeah, we almost got taken out by a storm today.
That was dangerous. And the gator, all kinds of
and the
crazy stuff.
mozzies were coming.
Did you guys see a tornado? I saw it too, but I don't think it was a tornado.
The reason I think it was because when we went to the green to putt, we came back 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
that thing was gone. So if that was like a smokestack tower or something,
That's
unless
true.
they shut it off in the 5 minutes we were over there, which would be a really surprising move, that's got to be a tornado that was there.
There just weren't. If that was a tornado, there just weren't enough sirens going
People
off.
neuld to be taking that thing more seriously.
I agree.
Because
Also,
it was
we're pretty
huge.
high up over here. I feel like if that was a tornado, we could see forever. Maybe that was fucking 30 miles away. We wouldn't hear.
Yeah, it
sirens.
definitely was a ways away. But I mean, I feel like they should have warned us because what if it turns our way?
Scary.
From the
Tornadoes.
gallery.
From the gallery. TaylorMadeGolf.com.
That's how we got into TaylorMade.
Yeah, that's right. Max says, how many players do you think would show up to the Masters if there was a $0 prize pool?
How many players would turn up?
Would everybody show up? Would a handful of players not show up? Would nobody show up?
Of the existing field that is in there now. So we're not saying it doesn't. If the number in the field is what is it? It's a short field, isn't it? The Masters.
High 80, high 80s. Or something.
5, 8, yeah.
So we're not saying it's filled with another 80 who just want to play it. Like how many of the actual 80 odd that are in it would show up?
Let's say there's 85.
If
They announce tomorrow, we're not giving away a single dollar in prize pool, but we're going to host the tournament identical otherwise.
Everyone.
85. Yeah.
Everyone. I think
Every
that's
single
right.
one.
Because not only for all the reasons that we're all thinking, but if you are the guy who doesn't go, you're such an asshole.
Well, that's the problem. There might be 60 people out of that 85 that really don't give a fuck, and they'll just show up. There's going to be about 25 guys that are like, "Fuck, we would love to have that money." Just they don't
I don't
feel
think there's no one.
But not one of those guys is going to have the balls to be the one guy, like you're saying.
Mate, these guys have been doing this their whole life to play in the Masters.
I know.
Not one of them is standing
It'll
there
piss some
talking
guys
about
off,
the money.
though.
Huh?
It'll piss some guys off. No, to play a week.
Well, they'll
without
be like,
making
yeah,
anything.
where's the money?
Right.
But I think on principle, they're like, I'm going.
It's every guy.
I think they're going because they love it.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That's why they do this. They love it.
I know. It's also we would pay every dollar that we have to go play Augusta,
Kidding
let
me?
alone like go play in the Masters for free.
Take all of
It'd
it.
be insane. Yeah, it's the dumbest question ever. It's every single person.
Have
play
you
for
played?
free.
Nah.
Okay.
Been
Really?
there a few times, never played it.
Would
Not
love
even come even close.
would love to see you snap hook around that place, man. It'd be unbelievable.
Guy plays bad for one day, and we're like shitting all over it. Didn't even play that bad.
No, he really didn't.
So I shot like a 75.
No, I was bad
fucking
today.
What about like the PGA Championship? You think anybody would not?
majors?
play in
Are
that?
always going to show up.
I think so too.
You have no money for the I almost call it the corn tournament.
It's horrible that we think of the PGA
John Deere- the
Championship
John
like that,
Deere?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you asked the question about the PGA Championship. It's horrible that one is the one that everyone's like, yeah.
It's horrible, but it's true.
What are they supposed to do though?
I don't know.
They've
They
tried
have to do
everything.
something.
But
They
it
gotta do
does
something.
feel like there's three that everyone really cares about.
And the Ryder Cup's even above.
And the Ryder Cup, I agree.
But also, no one looks at Justin Thomas and says, that
No,
guy
yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
done shit.
No, and
No.
there was a stretch there where I remember we talked about on the show a year or two ago where the PGA had delivered the most
was the
consistent, incredible tournaments
You
for
got
like
Brooks
6 years
having
straight.
2 like right away, and then JT. It's like Colin, some big winners.
Huge.
And like when Brooks took down Tiger in St. Louis at Bellerive, like that PGA was awesome.
They have like
Who
yeah.
was YE the last international guy to win that?
oh man, 09 when he beat Tiger.
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
Wait, what?
No,
Who
Wait,
was the
wait,
last
wait.
international guy to win?
Jason-
you're talking non-Euros.
Rory McIlroy, maybe.
No, because the next year, 2010, was Martin Keimer.
Talking PGA.
Yeah,
Did
PGA.
Jason Day win a PGA? Am I going crazy?
Yeah,
yeah, he won a
2015.
PGA.
Yeah.
Whistling.
Have we got any more recent ones than that?
Oh, boy.
Because I mean, that 2015 is a while back now.
Oh, man. It is, and that sucks.
It's been big American studs
Been a
recently.
couple of
There was a lot of Brooks, yeah.
Couple Brooks.
Couple
a
JT.
A
Philly Mick.
Morikawa.
Did Philly Mick win that one when he
Oh,
was
he got
50?
Yeah.
Brooks has 3 now.
2021. He's got 3 PGAs now.
Yeah, Oak Hill.
There's been
yeah.
so much Brooks.
All the courses, those PGA courses kind of suit him. Like
Perfect.
tough, long.
Perfect for him.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them.
Moving on. Laura says,
Sign up for pickleball.
please sign up for pickleball. By the way, I'm one of your very few female listeners. Have to say how much I love the pod. Dan was an amazing addition to the crew.
There you go.
Shout out to Dan.
Scotty is such a family man. What are the chances that he would miss or leave the Masters mid-tournament if his wife goes into labor?
I think it's 100%. He would leave.
He would leave.
Yeah. Scotty
Of course he
Scheffler.
does. He has to.
If he's in contention
What if
on
Scotty Scheffler
Saturday.
has a
She-
4-shot
are they
lead
expecting?
Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right around this time?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know that it's that close, but it's like I think she's.
Well, once you
pretty close.
get into that last month, I think anything can really
I
happen.
think they might be close to that.
Have we had situations like this? I'm sure we have.
Phil Mickelson, 1999 Pinehurst. He had the beeper. Remember the beeper?
That's right.
And Bones was carrying a beeper. And Phil was adamant all week he was asked. He's like, if that beeper goes off and it is the 9th hole on Sunday and
Yeah.
I'm leading by 2, I'm leaving.
You have to.
and that
Payne
was
Stewart,
like
bless
that
him.
was the
Payne
Payne
Stewart.
Stewart like
That was
Rest his
painful.
soul.
Yeah,
Talks to him
grabbed
at the
him in
end.
his face
yeah.
and said, you're going to be
I just got
amazing.
goosebumps.
You're going to be an
That was
amazing
crazy.
father, he said.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
2015 was the last non-American to win, and it was Jason Day.
Called it.
Yeah, it's didn't
Yeah, no,
Phil
for
miss
sure.
another one to like go to like his
He went
kid's, like,
to his
graduation.
That's
No,
right.
didn't he fly back? He flew through the night and then flew
No,
back.
he did one where he literally just optioned it.
Was it a major?
It was a major.
US
It was a
Open,
US
wasn't it?
Open, I think.
Yeah.
Like recently.
That was fuck. When
Wasn't
was
it like
that?
the year after Shinnecock? Because it like he.
Yeah,
people
that
thought-
shocker at Shinnecock.
That
with
was
the
a
green,
stunner.
didn't
And
he?
then I think the
Did
next
a
year
Frankie
didn't he just like
Borelli.
not go?
I want to know which one he
100% on that.
missed.
Not 100% on that.
He did a Frankie Borelli hit that putt and then ran after it.
Yeah,
Thing
that was
went off in
horrible.
his hands.
And then he just like stopped it from rolling.
Yeah, then hit it.
What was the
while
ruling on that?
He got into a lot of trouble, didn't he?
You got
for
like
that?
a.
I'm saying, what's
shot.
like the stroke like?
I
I
don't
did
know.
They disqualify him?
No, I don't think
No.
he did,
Finished.
'cause
Because
it's
like
a
where
penalty.
like where do you like then take the next? He didn't finish the hole,
I
right?
think he had to replace the ball.
No, he did finish the hole.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He just kept slapping it around. Remember that? That was nuts.
So then, like, where do you like say like that stroke should have been?
Because
Do
you
give
give
him
hit
like
a ball that's moving. I used to be quality on the rules. I'm not so great anymore, but yeah.
You were all over
Would
it
have been
today.
nice to know today that you had some quality on the rule.
Phil missed the Aaron Hills. US
Brooks.
Open.
Brooks' first
That
major.
course kind of suits him. You'd think he would have.
Whatever. What year would that have been? 2017.
17?
Yeah, nice call.
I don't know that from my memory. It's just like I can picture the 2017 next to one of the Aaron Hills logos when we're there.
Yeah.
But Scotty Chef was leaving. If his missus is
Yeah,
pregnant and it's happening,
100%.
he's going.
He's like the ultimate family guy.
Right.
I think a lot of pros are going at that stage.
I think almost everybody
If it's
is.
what if it's their second?
Good question. I mean,
You can't be like, I'll meet the kid tomorrow.
It's your kid. It's like
You know?
God, I do that.
in case like anything ever happened, like God forbid anything happened.
yeah,
You're just like out there.
We're gonna have
golfing,
so
it's
many
like-
days
You
together.
got
You know how many
thousands of days.
This little thing doesn't
You
have
just
no
have to
idea.
be there,
Kid
man.
tomorrow.
Too many things could go. Like it's just
Who was it? Was it Mark Teixeira? Did he get screwed one time? Like, or did he take?
That sounds familiar. Actually,
That was a long time ago now.
Mark Teixeira.
I think
man.
they're leaving if it's second
Solid
baby,
first
too.
baseman for the Yankees. It's a
Third?
great pickup from the. He was
well,
from the
I
Rangers,
just think
right? We got
it's
him?
you're getting to a point where you talked earlier about how it would look if someone didn't play the Masters. I mean, at this stage, even if it's your third baby,
You can do anything on if somebody. You'll have defenders online no matter what you do now. So if a guy doesn't leave the Masters, they would be like, he's the ultra competitor and he just wants to win.
You don't think his baby wants him to win the Masters?
Yep, there'd be some of that.
he's
for
certainly
sure.
attracting different sponsors.
Doing it
depending
for
on
his
which route you
family.
go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Huggies if he goes.
You got to leave.
Dude wipes if he stays.
I think you stay.
Yeah.
We got to do closest to pin.
We got to figure this out. Not one of us has a question. I mean,
And
Trottie
I
came
came
with
the best
one.
thing I came up with. It's game week 30. In
Well, no.
the,
Well, let's no. We're gonna set the stage here,
okay,
Trot.
go ahead, mate.
So, do you have any of that information or no?
Of what
What
information?
information?
Like where we're at, points, last week's wins, losses.
Kidding me? The guy that has all information is upstairs puking all over
Yeah,
the
Alex
place.
Bush.
I don't think I have the information.
Oh shit, guys, we might need to option closest to the pin to next week.
You think so?
Let's at least talk about why we're
Why
not
don't we-
doing it.
why-
Kind
we-
of keeps the people wanting a little more.
Barstool Classic. I had people coming up to me being like, "Closest to the pin is the greatest thing you guys do."
It's
we
very
actually
fun.
genuinely like to like do it with you guys. And if 3 or 4 people said that to me in one setting at one place in Atlanta, I just know numbers wise, there's a lot of people out there that
Let's
like
do it right now. We can each come up with one. I've got one already.
Fuck me.
Jesus.
I've got one already.
I have one. I'm going
Fuck-
to use one.
fuck
I've talked
off.
about it
Somebody DM'd me one that I cannot think of. So if you did that, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot think of it.
I'm just gonna look
Tip
through
of
like I
my
sometimes
tongue.
look through like my photos to see if I've taken a photo of anything that triggers.
I'm going to
my
be
memory.
way off on this one, by the way. If
I'm gonna go. Here's mine. I'll start because 4. We always do 4 because
Okay.
there's 4.
I got mine then.
Whatever. Friday, March 29th. What will the high temperature be in Albuquerque, New Mexico?
What the hell?
Where did you come up with that?
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I have no clue. I don't know what it's
Cheese
supposed to
and
be around
crackers.
there.
So we can't even look on the weather app right now.
Nope.
Just roll with
Can't look at anything. You just got to guess.
Trottie. So what we do is you have that Streamsong group chat that we're in.
it. Yeah.
This will really freak out Francis. He's not gonna know what's happening. But we're all gonna put our guess in there. And do you know how to send an invisible text, or is that not
I
happening with
heard you talking about
the
this on
UK
a
text,
podcast.
the,
So you would
the
do
UK
like-
phone?
I'm just gonna write Chris, but I'm not gonna send it. And then you hold
Albuquerque,
this
New Mexico
down,
could
and
be
all that pops
32
up.
degrees. It could be
Invisible ink.
100.
Send it.
Okay.
You know, I imagine there's got to be a psychologist out there that is like dying to give information on why they think I came up with that, because I have no clue. I've never been there.
That's stunning.
I don't know.
So I send this invisible ink.
Yep.
Invisible
I
ink.
might just like
doing
that
Fahrenheit?
name, Albuquerque. It's a cool name.
We're doing Fahrenheit,
It's American.
Fahrenheit.
America.
the American one.
Invisible ink.
Yeah.
Four in.
Huh?
I got all four of you in.
Oh, okay.
I might be way off. I don't know. American temperatures.
Okay. Brendan, would you like to read off what the submissions were for the first?
The high, right?
The
Yep.
high.
Okay.
Certainly would. Riggs Barstool is the first one to get it in. 62 degrees Fahrenheit, I assume.
Okay.
Yes, Fahrenheit.
Frankie Borelli, 71 degrees.
Feels right.
Trottie, 76 degrees. Trent Ryan, 68 degrees.
All right, so we're all kind of in the same ballpark.
Wow, look at this. The Friday high is projected to be 71.
Whoa.
Oh, good effort.
But we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait until Friday, right?
Yeah. I mean, they could be off. Those weather guessers. They don't know what's going on there.
I might punt with like another Caitlin Clark one because I know they've got a game on Saturday.
Go ahead.
Let's do, but we won't make it. I kind of like Caitlin Clark specific. Let's do assists for Caitlin Clark in the Sweet 16 game.
You don't know who she is? That's amazing.
You don't know who Caitlin Clark is? You don't know who Caitlin Clark is?
So what sport do you think we're talking about?
Assists for the Sweet 16. March Madness.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Context clues, but you don't.
Women's college basketball, Iowa. She's taken over the country.
Oh,
She is-
she's a girl.
Out of control.
Superstar.
Bro, shooting from the half court logo.
You
She's
would
like
love
Steph
her.
Curry.
Don't really know what a good score is in basketball.
That's
I just
perfect.
see it.
That's
Just
amazing.
submit.
We're
I
not
mean,
even
for an
gonna-
individual, I know
I'll
what
be
a
honest,
team.
I don't really
Don't
know.
even
like,
tell-
how many
don't-
assists.
doing-
And
I
I
wanna
just
see
the
what he-
girls'
me
game.
too.
I know, I
Bigger
wanna
deal
see-
than the
I
guy.
wanna
They
see what
score
his guess
more
is.
or give me something. Do the girls
no.
score more? Okay.
Absolutely
Nothing.
not.
Just what's coming to your brain?
How many assists? Is
Oh,
Caitlin-
assists, not goals.
Assists,
Not nets.
not goals. Assists, not goals.
Assists,
How
not
many
goals.
assists?
I have absolutely no idea now.
Perfect. Is Caitlin Clark going to have in her Sweet 16 game on Saturday against Colorado? That should help you. Not. Okay.
Assist in basketball is similar to.
No.
You
Stop.
tell me what an assist is.
No, we
An
don't.
assist is someone's
it out.
Similar number than soccer.
No,
and
no,
basketball.
no. It's just
Never
like
mind.
the assist is like passing to someone.
Yeah,
to
you
score.
go-
You know what assist
Okay,
is?
I might be off. It's invisible ink, this thing.
It's invisible ink. By the way, for everybody listening out there, Closest to the Pin is brought to you by some of our very dear friends at Fireball Whiskey.
Ooh,
Fireball Whiskey.
cinnamon whiskey.
Fireball Whiskey is so good that I actually declared that we couldn't even do it yesterday because we were going to do this beer drinking game.
Yeah.
And I said, if we start with those Fireballs, which are so delicious, that iconic cinnamon flavor, you got the 50 milliliter shooters. You don't have to worry at all about a chaser. You don't have to worry about glassware that you're going to have from taking shots. You just grab those nips, you rip off the cap, you take it down, and it's gone. And I said it's going to be the first day of the trip. We're going to have so much fun. We might have 100 of those between all of us.
That's right.
But if you want to have a great time, up the ante out there on the course with your crew. Make sure you grab a bunch of the 50 milliliter shooters from Fireball, iconic cinnamon whiskey. Toss those in your golf bag.
Okay.
Answers?
Are we all in here?
Yeah.
For assists for Caitlin Clark, Sweet 16 game against Colorado on Saturday.
Hell yeah. Frankie Borelli, 7. Riggs Barstool, 9.
What? What are you shaking
Read
your
his,
head at?
read his last.
So far
Read his last.
I'm so far off.
Read his last.
Trent Ryan, who's the genius here, 9.
I'm a genius.
And so Trent and Riggs, wash.
Okay.
Chris Trott,
Hang on a minute. So it,
What is it?
I can't. Yeah, I'm off.
What is it?
Say it.
46.
I hope that's true.
I have
Caitlin-
no idea. How this-
Caitlin Clark will break all assist records in all sports.
What is now I want to look up
Like I
what's-
was thinking, if she's a playmaker, then she's going to be
She
involved
is a
in everything.
playmaker.
He's a
you
good
know?
playmaker. No, you're
And
right.
then they score 100, don't they? If it's a good game.
what are the most assists
Actually
in a
like your
basketball
logic.
game
so she's
ever?
got to make 46 passes to the guy that's the,
Most
girl that
assists
scores.
in basketball history is 30. Men's,
you,
women.
you don't have a playmaker then.
But dude, they score 100 points. They're worth
But
two.
yeah,
they're
that's
worth
what
two.
what threw me off. It's not one per point.
It's only
is it?
it's only
No.
like
Yeah, that's
it's
what
only,
got me
You're
there.
talking 40 baskets.
Yeah.
You have more
It's
assists than
fair.
baskets.
I just was like, I don't know if you got a 3-point shooter or what.
That makes me so happy. 46.
Fuck you.
Okay, so that was mine. So
That's the best answer you could have
That's the
given.
best of all time.
That's so
100%,
good.
dude.
I was just stoked I got close on the weather.
You must have when you heard us guess 7. You're like,
46 assists would be, boy, just so many assists.
what a game.
So I'm gonna go. We talked
Watch
about
her do
him earlier. Jason Day, Texas Children's Houston Open.
Okay.
What is Jason Day going to shoot on Thursday?
What course is it?
And we're doing number, right? We're not doing
You know
like,
what? You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm changing that.
Okay.
How many putts will Jason Day have on Thursday?
This is a nice generous one for Trottie because he's
Memorial Park Golf Course in Texas, USA. How many putts will he have?
This is obviously easy to find out.
Why?
I'm saying right on like PGAtour.com. Or
Oh, yeah.
the
It'll be
figure,
easy.
yeah.
That's much easier for me. I appreciate that.
I wonder if Caitlin Clark will even have 46 points.
Dude, she won't.
It's a lot of points, man.
I'm gonna get ribbed for
That's
that.
unbelievable.
That's so funny.
I watch the game. All right.
That makes me want to have you on every week to do it. Do we do an American one that you have to guess? That was unbelievable.
I agree. That was the highlight of the history of us doing this game.
46.
I mean, you might as well have just guessed that Messi was going to score 16 goals.
Yeah,
Basically, I'm
That was-
aware of that right
that was
now.
terrific. You get them all?
I did.
Let's hear them.
All right. Trottie, first one to chime in. 27.
27 putts for Jason Day.
Wow. Riggs Barstool, 27.
Fuck.
See you guys later. Frankie Borelli, 25. Fuck. Trent, 25.
man.
Wow.
25.
All right. Somebody's
Wow.
getting some
Wow.
points.
2 and 2.
Okay.
I actually hope that I don't care if me and Trottie squash because you still get a point.
Yeah.
Okay. So now yours.
So I'm going game week 30 in the Premier League this weekend.
They say game week?
They do on the fantasy because they're
Game
probably
week
getting it from
30.
How many games are there? So we didn't give you anything to. Or you know what? You might not. Don't even tell us.
We
'cause
probably don't deserve
We
anything.
didn't give you anything for the assists.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell us how many games there are.
All right. So we're asking what? How many goals are going to be scored?
Yeah,
Wow.
Total in the Premier League Saturday.
yeah.
I mean, there could be 5 games. There could be 30 games. I don't know anything about how many games play in a Premier League.
How many goals will there
You
be?
gotta figure there's what, like how many Premier League teams are there?
I'm firing from the hip here.
20.
Is there 20, Trottie? We don't know.
you know,
I think there's 20, right? And what, 4 get relegated every year?
That's some information I'm surprised you're sharing. This guy next to you has no idea.
I guess.
I'm actually
I
talking
guess
out loud. I
pretty-
should shut up.
I guess pretty good. No,
It's like the dozen trivia here.
I guess pretty good.
La,
Didn't
la,
I?
la, 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 la.
I'm going to say,
Dude, this number could be so off. All right,
I'm
gonna
in.
do some math.
I'm in.
Say 20 teams, like
This might be a Caitlin Clark
8,
46 assist
16,
guess.
24.
But
Makes
I'm
me
in.
so happy.
Trent's in. Riggs is in.
Frankie's crunching the numbers.
I'm gonna just throw a number
Trottie's
at
in.
you right now. I'm gonna say, and I just. Oh shit! Whatever. Was that my last one?
Yeah,
Is it
you
a
were
normal
la-
one?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you send a normal text?
Yeah.
It was the last one.
By the way, I guarantee Francis is losing his mind about this.
Yeah, he has no idea.
He's just getting all these
Such a
texts.
All right, so we'll do Trottie last. Frankie, 54.
Oh, God.
What?
I'm
What?
dead.
Close?
Very close.
Like
Riggs.
To me.
Riggs, 109.
you? Whoa!
That's a lot of goals.
That's as bad as me. Then.
Whoa! 10 goals a game. Because I'm figuring 10 games. How many games are there?
10.
No way.
Oh,
I think
wow.
there's 10 games.
Oh, I'm Jesus.
You're fucked.
Honestly, Riggs thought they were double the game. So if you
Yeah,
do the
10
math,
games this weekend.
Frankie gets 54, you guess 109. So you just thought they were double the game. So
No,
your
there
logic's
can't be
probably
double.
right.
Yeah, I'm just there's no logic.
We're very close.
I'm
you and
dumb.
What'd you say?
Trottie, 28.
Right. There can't be.
28.
shit.
I said
Can't be
54.
20 games. There's only 20 teams.
Oh, yeah.
Were they playing themselves? Empty nets?
Damn.
And what'd Trent say?
I don't know what an average you have to figure out. What
51.
Wow.
We were close.
So now, like, really anything in the 30s, you're taking home, Trottie. From 0 to 30,
Yeah, I
whatever.
like where I'm at right now.
You gotta. I think
Okay.
Trottie's gonna hit the scoreboard on that one. The other ones, not so much. Maybe New Mexico.
Average goals per week in the Premier League.
109?
Just about.
Ballpark?
Give me a minute here. I'll find it. It says 2.6 goals per game.
So that would be only like
20.
26
He
goals.
guessed 28.
Fuck off.
22 is the average, I think.
Wow. So
Yeah,
we
we
said
went too high.
That's wrong because that's 21. I'll find
I
it.
need a
maybe
big
it'll be
week
the
of scoring.
biggest week ever. See, we made fun of you, and then
Yeah.
I get to watch you Muppets.
yep.
Equal opportunity making fun of each other.
You Muppets, he says.
I'm hungry, guys.
We're done here.
I think
man.
it's
we
tuna
did
nacho
what
time.
we needed to do.
Full circle. Let's get some tuna nachos.
Oh,
We are about to tuna nacho it up. Maybe a
It
cocktail.
says here, guys, 20 is always a good guess.
Summertime, it's right around the corner, and it's all about the freedom to have fun, but you don't have to blow your budget on a trip necessarily to make the most of it. Forget a vacation and take a tequila-cation with the new Truly Tequila Soda. This refreshing blend of real fruit juice from concentrate, sparkling water, and premium tequila blanco is the drink of the summer. We were at the Barstool Classic on Monday. These things were all over the place, even though it was only maybe 50 degrees. It wasn't sunny the entire time. People were still loving the new Truly Tequila Sodas.
yeah. People were taking their tequila-cations in Atlanta at TPC Sugarloaf. Everyone was enjoying it. The drinks were flowing. The vibes were high. The dancing was happening on the first tee on the putting green. People were loving it, man. It really is a good vibe. You get the music going. You're drinking a Truly. It's they've really stepped up their game. I feel like we've been along the ride of the Truly rise too. Like in the beginning, it was just like that one kind of taste. Those very familiar flavors that we ended up loving after the first couple of years of the Classic, and now they've expanded so much. We have so many different options. It's such a different taste now. It's amazing. It really is.
So the new Truly Tequila Sodas you can try in 4 refreshing flavors. They've got lime, they've got pineapple guava, they've got grapefruit, and they've got watermelon, all with 5% ABV and just 100 calories. Take a tequila-cation with new Truly Tequila Soda today. Truly Tequila Soda, keep it light, hard seltzer beverage company, Boston, Massachusetts. Please drink responsibly. Trottie, if I would have gotten a beverage at the turn today, would you have?
Yes.
He said that to me.
We drank so much yesterday.
Yeah, I
couldn't even
kind
think
of.
about
I
it.
thought you were going to go transfusion, and then
Are
I
you
was
gonna
going
have
to
a drink
go.
tonight?
I was going to go that Moscow Mule that they had. They had a Streamsong Mule.
Now I regret it.
Are you gonna have a
Yeah, I
cocktail?
regret it with how the outcome of the rest of the day went for sure.
You having a cocktail tonight?
I'll probably have one of those, which is they like up for debate. I'm probably gonna have one of those lime beers. I know we shotgun a lot of them, but I like them.
Maybe a butter beer too.
I'm not having a butter beer. No, we were going with this now. Is this more?
That's Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. I kind of figured that's where the Muppet was going.
Dude, I really hope we keep all those in because I was drilling my Harry Potter references yesterday.
Yeah, you were.
I'm talking like some of them were so good.
The one thing he was on
It's
about
the one,
was
not
good.
the wizard. He would miss a putt, I'd say, and he goes, I need to change my putter. And under my breath, I go, it's the wand, not the wizard, is it? And then I go, we got to get this guy to Hollivanders, which no one picked up. That's
No,
where
I didn't
Harry
pick it up.
gets his wand from.
I want Halavanders on a Potter. I want it stamped. on a
Oh,
That is
what I want.
That's a good
Potter.
stamp.
Yeah, that's what I need to sort.
I can't wait for these videos to come out. Trot, thanks for
You're the
being
best,
here, man.
man.
That's
Boys,
fucking
thank you
awesome.
so much. I'm
You are
looking
the
forward
best,
to
Trottie.
tomorrow. This place is legit. Always love being here. Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Make sure
boys.
whoever's listening to this to go follow Chris Trottie Golf. He's
Yeah, where can
on
they find
YouTube.
you?
Trottie Golf, he's got it on YouTube, Instagram. They're my 2 biggest places. Do a bit of TikTok.
Go follow.
Makes you a better golfer watching your content. It really does. I watch all of
thank
it.
you.
I consume
Puts
it
out a
all.
lot of content. Knows you know your shit as everybody.
You might
can
not
tell
be the
from
best,
show.
but you're a great teacher.
I know too much crap. That's what's screwing me
You
up
do.
right now. I've got paralysis by analysis. I need to figure this out.
You're
But
a
I'll be
problem.
back stronger.
And
at some
also,
point.
if you have a training aid, we're coming out with a bunch of training aids ourselves with
Good on
skills.
you. Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna be sending them to you like
Please don't.
crazy. We got your address. It's just gonna be like an overload of skills.
I'll send you
training
what I
aids.
It's
think.
gonna be like in the
Am I-
movie The Santa Claus. We're just
Yeah.
gonna have stuff coming. You're not gonna be where to put the boxes.
Yeah.
just to drive
Can
you
you
crazy.
tell us any more on that or not? I mean,
Not yet.
At dinner you can, right? I'm interested to hear.
Yeah,
dinner, yeah.
definitely.
I think
Dinner,
that's
we're gonna
launching in
spill
April.
all the beans.
I think
Okay,
that's
good.
launching in the
I'm
beginning
really
of
excited
April.
about that.
Yep,
That's good.
April.
I know we're trying to leave, but I just got a text from Francis Ellis on the side.
What did he say?
Why am I getting all these weird texts from these guys with invisible ink?
Definitely freaking
Dude,
out.
you gotta say like it's not good, bro.
Everybody got hacked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, I don't even know what
Pissed
to.
you're not here.
What are you asking? My amount of assists our girl will do in the basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. 109 goals in the Premier League.
What are all these texts?
I don't understand.
Invisible ink.
It's a lot going on in
I
my
thought it was
life right now.
Morse code or something.
All right. This is fun.
Sitting there.
You're the best,
thinking,
Trottie.
what the hell's
Cheers, lads.
going on?
Let's go shotgun a beer.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to end it. Hit it hard.
hard.
Hit it hard.